Mark Deering here from REMAX. We've got a cool one for you today. We're with Jennifer Lee, also known as Jen Lee sometimes. And she is our transaction coordinator. This is who you're going to be contacted with shortly. If you're watching this video, chances are you just got a pending deal with us. You're about to wrap up all the fun stuff with the transaction coordinating side. And we need somebody like this in our corner who is going to close these deals. But before we get into that, Jennifer, tell us about your background in transaction coordinating.
Well, this was probably almost 30 years ago. I was phasing into parenthood, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and my mother was an agent for Westdale.
Okay.
And back in the days, I would do mailers for her and schedule her appointments. Back then, you did everything through mail.
Sure.
So I started out doing that. And then when my last baby was heading into kindergarten, Tracy Rich, our broker, contacted me and said, "Hey, you're looking to go back to work, aren't you?" I'm like, "I am. I'm thinking about it." And she said, "Well, I got a job for you." She goes, "You can do it. You can do it from home. You can do it from the office. I set you up, and it's new to the Grand Rapids area." I was one of the first transaction coordinators here in the area.
Awesome.
It was big in Chicago. We had an agent who was from Chicago, and they're like, "You don't have a transaction coordinator?"
Sure.
So that's how we started, and I'm going on almost 13 years.
Yeah, so like you say, transaction coordinator, and huge role to the real estate transaction. Transaction coordinator needs to be super detailed, dot the I's, cross the T's. You gotta have to be a little bit of a bulldog so you can make some calls, get things done.
Yes.
I get to see it firsthand where I'll reach out to you and you're like, "Yep, already on it, already called twice." I got to recently see, and not that you always have to do this, but I got to recently see you working on the weekend.
Yes.
So
I do work weekends.
Tell us a little bit about how.
When you have a buyer, you go under contract, you have a 5-day inspection window. I have to get going right away. So right away I get on and, "Hey, what works good for you?" Knowing that we've got to quickly get this on the calendar, and I have to beat somebody else to that spot that's going to be wanting inspections Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, I work weekends.
I was shocked. I was like, okay, this is awesome. This is really good. The clients are gonna love this. And the fact that you have relationships with all the survey companies, all the septic and well people, you know them by first name.
Yes.
And you actually have preferred positioning on with a lot of those people too. If you needed,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they like me.
We can see why. Yeah.
I do a lot of work with them, so I do have choice vendors. I do take care of them. They know that an invoice will never not get paid. So yeah, we work side by side with each other. They give me great quotes. I'm able to pass them on to our client, and yeah, we work really well together.
Yeah, there's a lot of deadlines, especially on the early side of a transaction. And, you know, no matter if it's our client, our buyer, you know, you guys needing to sign something, if you don't sign it, she's going to be after you. She's going to,
I will.
And make sure we get that done. It's not like she's picking on you. We just need to do the process, and she's going to work as hard setting up the inspection and making sure we hit all those deadlines.
Correct. It's always a rush in the very beginning, and then they're going to find after those inspections, there's always a little lull for them. That's when the lender has kind of taken over, and the lender's working on all of their stuff behind the scenes. So it actually gets pretty quiet for about a week or two where they're wondering what's going on.
Sure.
But during that time, we're also getting such things as association disclosures, well and septic taken care of, and then also any repairs that we found during the inspection period. That's when we're going to work on getting those all repaired and lining up contractors to get all of that done.
Absolutely. And there's a little bit of a ballet thing that happens to know like when to send the addendum. We just had that recently too. You reached out to me and said, "Is this addendum ready to send to the listing agent?" So that we're not shocking them with a radon repair or something like that. So not only knowing what to do, when to do it, and make sure that the appropriate parties know. You know, so no, it's great. So let's see here. Is there anything that you can think of that would help a client watching this to be prepared for in the early stages?
The early stages, you're going to be overwhelmed. And it's not just me, it's not just Mark, it's not the team. There are other things going on. The lender is going to right away send you a huge list of things that you need to get to them. And I promise we're all gonna keep track of everything, but as long as you continue to do everything and get it all diligently into the lender, will be great. And like I said, there's a little lull after you get everything done. So it's going to be a rush in the very beginning, but it does get a little bit more quiet in the middle.
Sure. And actually, we're going to be doing a video talking about the next stage, the closing stage, which you help coordinate. You communicate with the buyers on which time works for them. We know it's going to be Thursday next week. Does 2 o'clock work? Can you take time off work or whatnot? And there's a little bit of coordinating, and then there's Arena comes in, which we'll be talking to her shortly to describe that. Our goal is just to inform you guys, make it as harmless feeling and not nerve-wracking as possible, just to kind of inform you. But yeah, just wanted you to meet Jen, and any crazy stories you can think of?
I have so many crazy stories. I mean, nothing surprises me in real estate. I legit went from being a divorce attorney's assistant to a wedding planner to this. I've really only had like 3 jobs, and all of them were coordinating, and they're all very similar.
Sure, I didn't know the wedding thing. Wedding thing, I have
totally
done
picture hundreds of weddings.
Okay.
Yep. So, you're not surprised by anything anymore.
Sure.
But yesterday was awesome. We closed 3 homes, all back to back. Buyer and seller, buyer and seller, buyer and seller. We had all 3 sides to 3 properties.
6 sides.
6 sides. That was a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah.
It just shows too how our office collaborates.
Absolutely.
And these were all off-market listings.
Yeah, that's key. That's key. We are part of an awesome office. There is no doubt. Yeah, you just mentioned in the wedding planner thing and your background and knowing your strengths, and then your chaos coordinator, somebody gave you that for your desk.
Yes, I have t-shirts that I can wear every day of the week, chaos coordinator on it. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little OCD. I like things the way they are, and yeah, I basically just follow a list of things that I need to do.
Sure.
But because I've been doing it for so long, I'm a good coordinator.
You as clients want her on your side, and she's awesome to have. So thanks for spending some time with us. And you might not get a chance to meet her in person. Here's your chance to see who's behind the emails and the text messages. But we look forward to a great transaction with you.